Hi foodies, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be sharing a delicious grilled catfish recipe with a rich flavorful sauce. This is a well-seasoned, juicy and spicy fish dish, just like the popular point and kill catfish from Nigeria. So if you love a well-marinated and smoky grilled fish, stay with me as I take you through the process. This fish has already been washed and cleaned. You know, fresh fish can be quite slimy. So to properly clean it, you can use salt and hot water to remove the slime before rinsing it thoroughly. Or you can even use lime or lemon. And after cleaning, I dry that with a paper towel to remove the excess moisture. This step is important because too much water can prevent the seasoning from sticking well. So this one has been washed and is dried, so it's just ready to go. Next, I made deep incisions along the fish. This helps the marinade soak in properly and it makes sure that every bite is packed with flavor as well. For the marinade, I mixed stock cube, parsley, paprika, thyme, rosemary, basil, chili flakes and garlic powder. I mixed everything and once combined, I rubbed the seasoning all over the fish, making sure it got into every incision. You want to make sure it gets in so that it sinks in and it will taste better. Catfish on its own doesn't have much flavor, so it's important to season it generously. After cooking it, you can leave this to marinate for about 30 minutes to an hour because the longer it sits, the more flavorful it becomes. But I didn't have that time for today, so I went on to put that into the oven straight. The oven has been preheated to 180 degrees and I went on to place that into the oven. So this fish is quite long. It is a little over 53 cm, so it did not fit in straight into the oven. So I had to position it diagonally. And that's it. Into the oven it goes. And this will grill for about 15 minutes, but I kept an eye out on it. While the fish was grilling, I started working on the sauce. I roughly chopped tomato, red bell pepper, onion, and Scotch bonnet for a bit of heat. I blended everything into a slightly chunky consistency. You don't want it too smooth. You want it just the right texture for a rich sauce. And in a pan, I heated some oil, sauteed the chopped onions and garlic, and added some salt and sauteed that until they are fragrant. I poured in the blended pepper mix and seasoned it with the mixed spices. I let it simmer on a low heat for about 15 to 20 minutes, stirring it occasionally to allow the flavors to come together and the sauce to thicken nicely. And after 15 minutes, it was time to add the sauce. So I generously coated the fish with a thick pepper sauce. This makes the fish even more flavorful because it goes into every part and corner, enriching the fish with the sauce. And once the sauce was well spread, I lightly covered the fish with foil and placed it back into the oven for another 20 minutes to allow the flavors to fully infuse. And while the fish was finishing up in the oven, I prepared the sides. I peeled and cut Irish potatoes, sweet potatoes, and ripe plantain into thin slices and wedges. I I seasoned them lightly and placed them in an air fryer at about 180 degrees for 20 minutes. But if you don't have an air fryer, you can deep fry or bake them. And once the fish was ready, I took it out, and to give it that perfect finish, I opened it up and placed it back into the oven for another 15 minutes to dry up a little more, making it firm and smoky. And at this point, the aroma was absolutely amazing. Finally, it was time to plate everything. I placed the beautifully grilled catfish in the center and then went on to arrange it with the crispy fries all around it, and garnish it with some fresh tomatoes, cucumber, and spring onions for a fresh touch. The fish was tender, juicy, and packed with smoky, spicy flavor. And this is exactly how a good grilled catfish should look. And that's it, a perfect Nigerian style grilled catfish with rich pepper sauce and crispy sides. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments if you'll be trying this recipe. And I'll see you in my next one. Take care. Bye.